is Alice, and I remember everything.
An infection spreading fast. Seal the gates.
They did something to me. At sunrise this morning, you'll be dead.
Resident Evil Apocalypse, rated R, in theaters everywhere September 10th. The Umbrella Corporation will do anything to cover up its mistake.
T-virus has reached critical levels.
Due to infection, you cannot leave the city.
But the ones they left for dead are the only ones who can get us out alive.
Move!
You missed one.
Resident Evil Apocalypse, rated R, in theaters everywhere September 10th.
The death-defying action thriller is resurrected in a 2-disc special edition DVD loaded with over 6 hours of special features. Mila Jovovich, Resident Evil Apocalypse. Own it on DVD December 28th.
There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. This is Resident Evil Apocalypse with Mila Jovovich. Directed by Alexander Witt from 2004. Hard to believe it's been 21 years since this film. Stacey's here. Hello, Stacey. How are you? And RJ. See, one of the faves. He knows. I'll definitely put this one on the top. I'm trying to think. I think I saw this one. I think the first three I saw in cinema. But they didn't leave that much of an impression. Josh is here. Evening. Now, I've got a new setup here, so I'm all lost. So, TV is in a different place. So let's have a look. And there's no names. Where's my names? Right. So, what's that? Trailers. Display names. There we go. Don't know how long that's been switched on. But we're off. There's a lot of production companies in this. So I have my copy here. So this is Screen Gems. Okay, Michael Myers is here with his review. Matt. Sums it up. I'm pretty sure I gave up with the news after this one. Well, yes, I did decide they could be quite fun. We'll see. I might cancel the whole series. But there you go. I got the trilogy on a 4-disc box set. So I've only got 1 and 2 on VHS. Now, what do you think? Let me just move that telly back just a tad. Don't want a recreation of the alligator situation. But it's a well-loved tape by the look of it. It does play up a bit. Now, who plays the games? Evening, Adrian. How are you? These movies are Saw. I prefer these movies over the Saw films. But I haven't seen Saw X yet, which I'm told is one of the better ones, or the best one even. So we get the recap of the first film about the T-virus. But yes. Flashbacks. So there's only one actress from the first film. All the others, that dude there that was in the first film is only in flashback scenes. Screen Gems gets me as excited as when new image shows up on the screen. They're not. Hey, there were Screen Gems for a reason, Mr. Myers. I don't know if there's a way to look up. Yeah, no, what films they did. But yeah, this is where the franchise tries to keep up with the story of the previous one. But by the end of this one, it says, F that. So, premiered in Tokyo, August 23rd. Came to America and Denmark, September 10th, 2004. Then Japan properly in September 11th, 2004. And then we got it October 8th, 2004. just a month. So, a lot of similarities to Day of the Dead in this one, the remake there. The suburbs goes down. But here we go. Somehow, after the events of the first film, they go to investigate, and of course, it's all bad. I've only seen this, the first one and the fourth one, which is Afterlife. Yes, this is another one where not the franchise, but it goes by name, so I still couldn't name you them in order. So I know Apocalypse. Yeah, see, I've got to check for the third one now. Extinction. Then Afterlife. Then I don't know. Then it's like the final chapter, which it didn't lie. It's like the only final chapters. Friday the 13th part. What is it? 4 lied. That's not the final chapter. And there's a few others that use that. But yes, the T-Virus is on the loose. But yeah, seeing the first one and the fourth one is a bit of a jump there, Adrian. Makes me think of Half Past Dead and Ballistic Drake versus Slabber. There is a certain style to action films of the early 2000s, and that's them. But yeah, this is not directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, or is it Paul S. Anderson, or whatever. He wrote it, but he was busy doing Aliens versus Predator, W.S. Anderson. So Alexander Witt directed it. He also did. He's on No Time to Die, Camera and Electrical Department. Terminator Genesis, Camera and Electrical Department. Born Identity. So he's done quite a lot of director of photography, second unit, so he does a lot of action stuff. His last film was Ferrari. He's done Fast X, Jungle Cruise, Bird Box, Infinity War, Spectre, Cinderella, Hercules, Skyfall, Safe House, X-Men First Class, Fast 5, yeah, all the big films. So, someone of interest. Leonard Part 6, Black Rain, Jewel of the Nile, Flesh and Blood. Let's see, I think Cujo. Yeah, I think he's directed 7 films. There's 3 Scion films. I have no idea what they are. Land Rover Defender from No Time to Die adverts. And this. He was born in Chile. There is an audio commentary of this film. So, the reason I'm doing these films is because I played, Resident Evil 2 and 3, the Xbox remasters or whatever they are, over Christmas and the New Year. And I never played them originally because I can never do the controls, because it's like tank controls, isn't it? Like spin and go forward or backwards, and then I can fucking master it. But that's on me. So this does have the lovely Sienna. I can never pronounce them. I thought I had noises. Me going crazy. Gilroy. But yeah, Jill Valentine, bit of news there. So yeah, people have complained that the women in this are dressing far too revealing and sexy. It's, for some reason, there's a problem. But as we see here, she's in actual dress of the game. So you can either go as a game or you can cover up like a postbox. But all the related advertisements to this film was the worst film ever, which is not true. But yeah, then for some reason she comes in to the police station and just starts shooting people in the head that are zombies, luckily. But it's Valentine, hold your fire. She just shot 5 people and there is supposed to be this is her introductory scene, of course, but yeah, there was supposed to be something about she's already been through this situation, but they cut it out, I believe. Everyone's leaving the city. Alien vs. Predator, that was about refraction. No, this is about refraction movies. Well, let's have a look. This is 2004. Let's see what the top 10 films of 2004 was. What beauties have we got there? It's before the superhero movies took off. And then here we go. Don't know what to point anymore. It's the bad guys. Shrek 2, number 1. Prisoner of Azkaban, number 2. Oh, sorry. Spider-Man 2 is number 3. Incredibles, number 4. So there's two superhero films already. Passion of the Christ, Day After Tomorrow, Meet the Fockers, Troy, Shark Tale. How the hell is Shark Tale? Ocean's 12, the top 10. So it's varied. This is so varied. But then you've got iRobot, National Treasure, Van Helsing, Born Supremacy, Polar Express, Bridget Jones, Edge of Reason, Howl's Moving Castle, Fahrenheit 9/11, Collateral, Terminal, $1 Million Baby, Aviator, Series of Unfortunates, King Arthur, Garfield the Movie, First Dates, The Grudge, Scooby-Doo 2, Along Came Polly, Aliens vs. Predators, 30th that year. And then a few comedies, Dodgeball, Starsky and Hutch, and yeah. Resident Evil Apocalypse was 43 that year, between Ray at 44 and Mean Girls at 42. Going on the background looks like Aja Antenta. Yeah, her. She would have been better than Mila. But yes, this is sort of Mila's franchise, isn't it? Even though, because was she married to the guy who made the first film, or was that after she made the first film? But yeah, she does get her nips out later. Mila wasn't one of the who'd you got? Yes, I'm trying to think. I don't know, because isn't Alice made up for the films? But who would we have? Who was big at that time? Let's have a look at the charts. Someone that can do action. Yeah, I'm trying to look. There isn't a one in any of these other films that I would put in this film. Would she be a fun zombie? Probably not. But yeah, they're not. I don't know. Are they zombies or are they just infected like 28 days later? Good evening, Bobbert. I would rather be watching Clint Eastwood countdown. Yes, poor Jeff. His countdown was because of the gun. Believe it or not, YouTube have given him a warning, but he might be off YouTube for a week. Very mixed here, bloody hell. Yes, it's quality's up and down, but at least genres are different. So we get all this introduction to 100 zombies attacking this woman, and then we get I can never pronounce his name, Oded, the mummy guy. Really cool dude. I'd like to chat to him, but he's not returning my calls. That's when he was doing a lot of films. Oded Fair, I believe it is. But yeah, he's got the charisma and screen presence to make a good hero. And then, of course, on about tying him off here, but in a rope sense, because he jumped from some good stunts in this, and all practical as much as you can tell, apart from the bit where it just showed the actor. It was blue screen. Hey, there is Larry. Well, the film was meh, but the soundtrack was killer. Yeah, it's like that heavy metal dance thing the kids like. So yeah, she's already been bitten. She's already dead. So he's just wasting his time. Yeah, I did like that when he hit the ground, stopped on the ground. It did move the helicopter as it would. I'm not down with the kids, so I don't know what the soundtrack is. I'm more doing the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure soundtrack for tomorrow, but the sound $45 million budget, made 129 worldwide. Where is the soundtrack? Here we go. So we got No Way Out, performed by Elias Lonely Friends Band. I don't know them. Run for Your Life, performed by Elias Lonely Friends Club Band. In the War Zone, performed by Elias Lonely Hearts Club Band. Nymphetamine by Cradle of Filth. Lovely. Digging Up the Corpses by Devil Driver. The End of Heartache by Killswitch Engage. And Vermilion by Slipknot. I have heard of those. I couldn't tell you a song of those, though. But yeah, it was for that reason of his faux gun. Oh, here we go. So the infection's already at this place. And then we get bad guy. Well, there's a few bad guys in this, but this one is played by Thomas Kretschmann. You remember him from such films as King Kong, the remake, Blade 2 as Damaskinos, Wanted as Cross. But he appears now. He's in Dial of Destiny, poor bastard, whatever that is. It's one of those people that turns up in everything, but you couldn't exactly say which you've seen him in. I'm struggling myself to find something. Central Intelligence, Hitman, Agent 47. He's Strucker in Age of Ultron. That's what I'd probably know the best one. Captain America, Winter Soldier, after credit scene. Looks like he's in Dracula 3D. Is that the as Dracula? He's Cars 2. He's Professor Z or Z, depending where you're on. But yeah, Valkyrie seems to be swapping in next with Nicolas Cage. Downfall, of course. Kind to an Arm Bronson, indeed. YouTube is woke. Yeah, it doesn't pay the bills either. We should watch Cannibal Apocalypse instead. Nymphs and ketamine, yes. Dial and dysentery, unfortunately so, yes. Don't think there'll be a watch party for 4 and 5 of the Indiana Jones. And then, so yeah, now I've got the team up. The reporter, Jill Valentine. When Major Kane is the bad guy, yeah. So yeah, they're going to start shooting people. So this has the same ending as what? Aliens versus Predator Requiem and Return of the Living Dead, where they are Nuka City. But yeah, it's Sienna Gilroy. She did like my post earlier, but I don't think she'll be joining us tonight. I confess I've never seen any of the Resident Evil movies or played the video games. I tuned in for the Ring of Fear. Yes, tonight's film, Ring of Fear. Yeah, this has got that judgy editing, nothing like slow motion, but all over the shop, so you don't actually get a good look at what's happening. I have heard it, but I don't believe it. Larry, yes, 4 or 5 Indiana Jones films. Why? Finished. He rode it off into the sunset in the third one. Was it 35 years ago? 36 years ago? So it's far too old to be playing an Indiana Jones. But yeah, so it's one of these films where no shot lasts more than 3 seconds. Does have was it Jared Harris? Or is he? Of course, it's. Yep. I think this might be one of the first times I've seen him. He's in Chernobyl, the Terror TV series, the Crown TV series, and Mad Men. But he is in everything these days. But in his early work, let's go right back to the beginning. Don't think he's a drinker like his dad. But would be good. The Racial Papers, Women and Men 2. Fantastic film. He's in Far Away as Paddy, of course. Last of the Mohicans as British Lieutenant. Oh, he's Danny the Doorman in Public Eye with Joe Pesci. If you haven't seen The Public Eye with Joe Pesci, I'd recommend it. Natural Born Killers as London Boy. It's the only else. A lot of stuff I've never heard of. Father's Day with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. The Lost in Space, he's the older Will. Of course he is. The TV film from the 90s. A lot of stuff. Igby Goes Down. I don't know. I've seen that. Mr. Deeds. Yeah, but then this Ocean's 12. Lady in the Water. I'm trying to think what his big break was. Game of Shadows as Moriarty. Yeah, everyone knows there's 3 Indiana Jones movies and 6 Star Wars movies. Maybe 6 Star Wars movies too many as well. Sorry, 3 Star Wars films too many. Indy 5, that's the one that made me feel quite sad of how low our beloved franchises have sunk. Just barrel scraping dog shit. Shite, sorry. Get the accent right. Yes, it is unfortunate. I was so disappointed when I saw that film. How do you go from Raiders, which cost, what, $20 million, if that, to Crystal Skull? Yes, he would have been... There, they just replaced him with Dial of Destiny with another kid that shoehorned in. Hello, Echo. You're a fan, aren't you, Echo? You like these films. I'm somewhat much like them because I think I've only seen one positive comment so far. Who was that? Someone saying they gave up. See, RJ knows. Not his face. Facts. So now, yes, we get the robbing a store to change. But yeah, she picks big heel shoes, skinny jeans, and a short top. Or a vest top. Or something it's called, isn't it? But were the movies in Resident Evil series each based on the storyline of the different games? No. They all used bits of the games, but not in any order. There's a long list of stuff this film uses from the games, but it's not just from the second game, because I think, Resident Evil 3 is called Nemesis. They were going to call this Resident Evil Nemesis, but because Star Trek Nemesis was a couple of years before, and that bombed, and then for some reason studios assume that people are stupid, and that because a film has the name Nemesis in it, it's going to be terrible. And they're obviously completely wrong with this one. Echo. I did enjoy the first 3 movies. Afterwards, they went downhill. That they do. They are a lot of style over substance. And then this one was Start the Rock because they blamed the director for going. It's the studio that wanted it. It's all action and less story. So that's why there's going to be a gunfight every 5 seconds. Hard to believe Resident Evil turns 30 next year. Makes me feel old if I remember playing the first game on PS1. Bloody hell, that is old. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm under 30, of course. But yes, never had a PlayStation. Had a PlayStation 3 for about 3-4 months, and it was a second-hand one, and it died, so I had nowhere to go with it. But yes, there's lots of filthy smoking in this film. Apparently, both Sienna and Mila smoke in this, but I'll pause that a second. So, I think Mila was giving up. So I don't think she smokes in any of the films after this. Yeah, Sienna is a blonde in real life and had to dye her hair for this film, but she didn't play the games before she got the part. But then she played whatever was available back then, the first 2 or 3 that Jill are in, and then went so far that she copied her the way she walked and everything, the way she moved as much as she could. Yes, Sally. This film series has a bit annoying habit of some characters we assume would come back for the next movie and then don't. And yes, and no one ever mentions them again. That is very true. As we'll find out in this February. So we get the usual, someone's sitting in a chair with their back to us. And they're just wobbling slightly. But yeah, because Sienna was supposed to come back for more films. I think she's supposed to come back in the next one, which is Extinction. But she was busy making Aragon, so she couldn't be in it. So they cut her out of it instead of recast. And then she does come back. I think, is it once or twice? But then she is in... how far back are we going? She's in Retribution, which is the 5th one. Oh yeah, then we get the old. Someone's been keeping a zombie, knowing they're a zombie. someone goes to kill the zombie, they go to stop them killing the zombie, and they get killed by the zombie. Right. She's in Afterlife, Retribution. I think, yeah, and then this one. Even though she's only got a small part in those. And the actress is in The Meg 2. Sausage Supper for Boyd. What's he offering one? I've been hearing rumor they're going to reboot the Resident Evil movies again. It's also Zach Krieger, who did Barbarian, will be doing the new Resident Evil movie. Oh, here we go. So the Lickers are back, and they're all CGI in this one. There were some practical in the first film, but they didn't like the way they moved or worked, so they thought, fuck it, we'll just do it all CGI. I don't know, because they almost had, what's his name? Who did Day of the Dead? I don't know. Don't have one to hand to look at. George Romero. He was lined up to make the first Resident Evil film, but it all fell through. And how hard is it to make a zombie outbreak in a big mansion? You could do it for tuppence. But Zach Krieger, Barbarian. I know there's a new film out this week. Is it from him? So yeah, Extinction, Resident Afterlife, Retribution, and then Final Chapter. Then there's plenty of animation films as well that are based on the computer games. Then we got Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City that came out a few years ago. That was a TV series, wasn't it? And then Resident Evil, the TV series on both of them are terrible by all accounts. Good evening, Nicholas. The little girl in this one is the first one to disappear off this film. Yeah, because she played the Red Queen, didn't she, in the first film, and now she plays the character that was based on. First is still the best. Oh, thing up from Boyd. Mila. But yes, model turned actress, Mila Djokovic from, what's she? Let's have a look. She was born in 1975. She is Ukrainian American. Big break was Fifth Element. Still making films. Still making Hellboy. Was it Hellboy remake? Monster Hunter, another computer game turned into a film she was in, but unfortunately that wasn't that good, and it even wasted Tony Jaa, didn't it? Right, so she's in Zoolander and Zoolander 2. Three Musketeers, which was done by Anderson as well. I think a lot of minor films. Ultraviolet, which was the second film by the guy that did Equilibrium. Zoolander. Joan of Arc, of course, she was. I've never seen that, but yeah. Fifth Element, Dazed and Confused, Chaplin, Return to Blue Lagoon, that's what I was trying to think of. Episode of Married with Children, she's Yvette. She's playing a French girl in that one. And Two Moon Junction, where Twin Peaks babe Sharon Fenn gets her norks out. So yeah, we get this ridiculous, first of many ridiculous stunts, or a shootout with liquors, and then somehow a motorbike comes flying through the window. She peaked in Fifth Element. Maybe career-wise, she doesn't have the range, dear. Maybe. But yeah, the effects aren't too bad. But yeah, somehow she jumps through a church window on a motorcycle. She's wearing a crash helmet, so good for her. So yeah, slides the bike. There's a horror comedy called Zombies from every 2008. Doesn't ring a bell. But yeah, so she got the old. For some reason, the lickers attacked the motorbike, and she shoots the bullets that have umbrella symbol on the back, and they hit the motorbike's gas tank and explode, killing the lickers. because they both attacked this fucking bike that came out for some reason. But sciences say that you can't shoot a petrol tank because bullets aren't hot enough to ignite petrol. Cuffs, yes. Love and kisses on all your pink parts to Mila. Yeah, me and Savage Zombie Reviews was supposed to do Cuffs. It was one of the many films we put to one side for him. I've only seen her in The Fifth Element. So, yes. The liquors are smushed. Oh, and a bit of bad language from Sierra with that. Who the fuck are you? Then we get, unfortunately, I don't remember this bloody guy's name. Was it Epps? Omar Epps? Doing apparently his part was written for Snoop Dogg, and yeah, we get some tits. I didn't realize there were other tits in this, where the stripper zombies. It's Mike Epps, not Omar Epps. Omar's his brother, isn't it? I think. But yeah, there are tits there. So you've probably already seen them because I'm behind on my version. But yeah, apparently all the zombies are dancers in this film, like they were in the first film, and they weren't allowed to drag their legs or have their arms outstretched. But and they had to go to the zombie school. Now I think, damn, the guy that got hit in the knife in the head then is someone at work. It might be no, it's not the director, it's someone else. There we go. And the SWAT stars are getting their asses handed to them. It wasn't Ultraviolet one with the awful effects that were probably finished. That sounds like it, but it might have been finished. Yeah, the old, are you all right? Zombie comes at them. But people are getting bitten left, right, and center. But yeah, Ultraviolet was a weird one where it's like she could just like pull a weapon out of an alternate universe or something like that, a storage cabinet in an alternate universe. But I don't know, is it as bad as Aeon Flux? Mila's niece has done some acting. I saw her in Trailer Park Shark. Can't be good. It sounds good. So, yeah, Matthew J. Taylor is going to play Nemesis. He comes in later on. Ian Glenn turns up for a little bit. I don't think... Yeah, I think that's it. It is R-rated, but it's probably for the boobs. I think, yeah, it's a 15 on... Yeah, they're all three of them are 15 on VHS and Blu-ray. Romero documentary is great. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. You never really get into documentaries unless it's something I need to watch. So I watched the Christopher Reeve one. Ultraviolet with Mila Djokovic. She's basically just Resident Evil without the zombies and monsters. And she's just playing the same character again with another warrior with super abilities. Exactly. Some might say she's a Mary Sue in this and all woke. This is Resident Evil in it. Oh, yes. Good. So they mention it. All right. There's Wilkie or Corey, one of them. Hang on. That picture doesn't look like him. Let me just draw a beard on there. Yep, that's him. Oh, I got a beard on my screen. So now they're in a cemetery, and now in the first film, it apparently says that the T-virus does not affect the dead. But somehow they all come out of there. They've been waiting however long the outbreak till people are around to pop out of their coffins. Yeah. As you wish. Oh, it's turned into Princess Bride. It's nothing personal. False advertising my picture. Yes, maybe I can sue you. Either shave or update your pictures. I don't want to be catfished again. Yes, Mila Djokovic was disappointed in the film. She said the studio wanted way more action explosions and that the story was swept under the rug. But the trailer for this, I don't know if anyone remembers, is a teaser trailer which had a fake advert of beauty products, and then from the Umbrella Corporation, and suddenly people would turn into zombies. And it was at 8 points, because that's back in the day when you downloaded trailers you can watch them. You couldn't stream them because of the bandwidth. It was terrible. But it was downloaded 8.5 million times between November 2003 and May 2004. Yes, Oded Fair had very little difficulty playing a character so familiar with handguns because he's Israeli, so he was, of course, trained in the army, as everyone gets done. A lot of neck breaking here. Yes, rapper actor Snoop Dogg was gonna play the guy. GTA 10 points back when GTA had points for running people over. And then this is the last of the franchise to be released on VHS. Let's see if I can read this. Package design 2005. So not that old in VHS years. So the church set took 7 weeks to build. Oh, activating Project Nemesis. But thought I saw one with an 18, unless it was the Underworld one. Yes, I think. Where's Underworld? Underworld's a 15, so maybe I was going to check, but I might as well do it now. What the BBFC said. I would have thought the first one was an 18. I don't know if it's come down. So, don't know why these stars ones didn't have a secret where, but the film would be over. Resident Evil. There you go. So the TV show is an 18 from 2022. The first film is a 15 now. Contains strong language and moderate violence. Occasional use of fuck. It was a 15 in the cinema. The first film, anyway. So, yeah. Well, that might be Monster Squad. Still on that. I went back a page. Right. No, so it's the same. Yeah. 15. Yeah, I don't think any of them are 18. They started getting less each film was, but you might be right. I thought the first Underworld wasn't 18, but does this movie need belly dancers? I hope not. Never found belly dancers that sexy. Zombie belly dancers, although we've had zombie strippers, so you can't really beat that. And like most films of the time, it's filmed in Canada. I think this is Toronto. Yes, Mila was very fancy. I don't know about Midwestern values. And most of the cast is not American. Let's have a look. Is Mila not as such? Sienna's not. I think she's British. I think she's British. Let's have a look. Oded, Israeli. Thomas is German. Who's Angie Ashford? Oh, the young girl is grown up. Still acting today. She's a lot of dramas and straight to video horrors. But she was in Bring It On. It's worldwide. Hashtag cheersmack. That's a hell of a title. But yes, who's this? Oh, yes, the sniper. So we got a gun shop, which is in the games. Have you seen Las Vegas Frankenstein? No. I'm out of touch with either low budget horrors or other horrors from these days. So I got all the SARS SWAT team. I was going to say SARS, but that was a virus that almost shut down production. So motherfucker, please look, my shit is custom. Oh, it's free to watch on YouTube. Oh, look, is it any good though? Right, so yeah, Here comes Nemesis. Do you know what Nemesis means? Another F word. I think, was it by... But yeah, I don't know how Nemesis works. He just, he seems to be... He has a visual display like he's a Terminator. I guess he's all built in, and he's he can be shot without getting any damage. Well, he gets damage but doesn't feel it. But yeah, somehow his minigun is that good that he can destroy, was it 14 policemen and miss the one guy in the middle. Yeah, 12 stars off as, and in the games and this film, Nemesis only says stars. That's the only word he knows. Yes, one of many Nemesises I have. Alucard, Jeff, JT, AJ. Oh dear, I need to write a list. There's too many. Yes, Nemesis is the Matt character from the first film, because at the end of the first film, he's damaged. He's been bitten, but then he seems to be reacting. He gets like tentacles coming out of his cuts. And then they say, take him and put him in the Nemesis project. And then that flashback is at the beginning of the film. And then later on, because spoilers, Nemesis comes good. But yeah, he is. It's about somehow he's a lot bigger and uglier. Stars. And, you know, he says it as S in the subtitles, S.T.A. .AR, all dots. But yeah, apparently a guy with 2 desert eagles is not a threat, or something similar to that. Respect. Armed civilian threat, minimal. Oh, it is a desert eagle, I was right. Non-combatant threat, 0. But yeah, he's got a rocket launcher stuck on one hand and a minigun on the other hand. Hey, there's Mike. Hey, Mike. What's Mike up to? I did see you have a video coming out. Was it this evening? Well, I remember Take Talk is back with Rob's vintage video and the Captain Adam, on Friday night at midnight, our time. Yes, so there you go, Mike. A few dollars more video is out now. So Nemesis is like Sloth from the Goonies, and pretty much, yes. One ugly motherfucker. And then, for some reason, there's only 2 groups left in the city alive. Mila's group and Oded's group. Whole lot of smoking going on in this film. Time to thin the herd. We're just coming up to halfway through. Almost done with my spaghetti westerns month. Oh yes, I did see it's nearly the end of the bloody month already. First month. Seems like yes, it was Christmas. So if you want to learn about spaghetti, Nemesis is a ride at Alton Towers. That it is. I do enjoy the Nemesis ride. And there's the same ride as in Australia. When I was there, it was called, in the Gold Coast, it's called the Lethal Weapon ride. It's exactly the same. Just all the build up to walking up to it is all Lethal Weapon themed. 5 kilotons. So yeah, apparently the plan is to bomb the city, even though it's been like a whole day. No one, and they've quarantined the city, and then so the company wants to nuke the city after it's locked it all down from everyone coming in and out. And I don't know how they would do that to a city, but and then they're going to blow it up, which is like at least 12, 24 hours later after they've locked it down, and then report it as a nuclear meltdown from the power plant. So yeah, anyway, rank these movies. Unfortunately, I can't yet. I'll have to do that on the final chapter. But I'd probably say at the moment, from what I remember, because I don't remember anything past 3, I'd say 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6. As last time, I think I've only seen them once. I've seen 3 a few times. Seen this one more, but we'll see. Favorite video game movies? Don't know if I have any. GoldenEye. Oh no, that was the other way around. Oh, and yeah, they've shot the black guy with a minigun. Yeah, so he has perfect aim in the yeah, perfect aim in the gun shop. Destroys everyone, misses the black guy. But they're on a bridge, not even noticing he's there. And he's missed 5 targets, but hit the black guy. Yes, I like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But it's one of those situations that it's good when Sonic's on screen, but when the humans are on screen, it makes it dull. But yeah, she's going to tackle Nemesis with 2. It's always the same in these films. They shoot at something, it has no effect whatsoever. So then they wait till, and then every time they come in contact with these things, they keep shooting at it, even though it still has nothing. But same with the Terminator franchise. Shoot at the bastard with a handgun that does nothing, and then still expect it to do something later on in the film. Yeah, my son's a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's the only films he'll ever watch, because we've got the first 3 films now, and we watched the 3rd one in the cinema last month. But he actually will watch a whole film, which is quite good. And what did he watch the other day? The duck film, Migration, and then he's going to watch, I think it's Wild Robot this weekend. So he's starting to get into films. I'll have to show him this film. Mila, that really doesn't do it for me. I got to say, I'm not going to be. She's very pretty and all, but yeah, that's why there's a picture of Sienna up here. I find her more attractive. You got this stupid thing with this fucking Nemesis can't shoot for shit, and then she's sliding on her knees very quickly, shooting backwards, and then down a laundry chute or a debris chute, and then he launches a rocket at her, and a plastic bucket protects her. Nemesis is that is a better film. Nemesis with Oliver Gruner. I do have Nemesis 2, 3, and 4 to watch, but yeah, when I interviewed Olivia, I watched Nemesis, and I was very surprised how good it was. And it had about a quarter of the budget of this film. But yeah, so Mila's been injured. She cut herself on a piece of. So the monster was shooting at her with a minigun and a rocket launcher, threw her against a pillar, tried to blow her up, but it was the scratch on a piece of metal on the way down that's the problem, and then broke her finger. Now, the thing about the ending of this film is, spoilers, Alice gets killed, but then they either, I think this is the start of the cloning. They get her. We see her in a tank of water where she's back to normal, but then they leave the city and then we don't know what happens. Mortal Kombat 95 is a really video game over. Like, surely Street Fighter's on everyone's list. Wild Robot was a good one. I've heard that. I think it's an emotional ride as well. That made me cry. Hollywood rarely seems capable of turning great video games into anything remotely decent. We've had 6 Resident Evil films, a TV series. I think, was it a TV film or streaming film? And then Super Mario Brothers. Had to wait for an animation to actually get the proper character. I don't mind the first Tomb Raider film, but I've never played the Tomb Raider games. There's a lot I haven't played. The Warhammer. Is it Warhammer? What's the one with the green people? There you go. Mortal Kombat 95, Tomb Raider. 2001, Silent Hill. Silent Hill was, yes, they're probably pretty good ones. And we should be getting another Mortal Kombat this year, shouldn't we? Double Dragon and Super Mario was the absolute worst. I still need to watch Double Dragon. First of all, because it's got Robert Patrick with blonde hair. It's Tekken. Who was it? Someone I interviewed directed Tekken. I think it was Dwight H. Little, wasn't it? I'm sure. Mark Dacascos is in Double Dragon. 3.9. Yeah, I don't think there's Scott Wolf's in it. But yeah, Robert Patrick with blonde hair and a brown beard. Maybe there wasn't anyone there. Yeah, I think. Alyssa Milano's in it. But yeah. Al Leong's in it. Jeff Amada's in it. Henry Kingy, Scorpio's in it. Lots of stunt people. But Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, that was bad. Crash Bandicoot, yes, I'm especially after 3 successful Sonic films. Although, is he owned by Sega? And then we've just had the release date for Sonic 4, haven't we? What do you call a Russian prostitute? Slobodan Makokovich. Bob, that's offensive. I won't have such jokes. Save that for when we get comedian Simon Evans on next month. See if he laughs. This is Josh loves Double Dragon and Super Mario. I saw Super Mario in the cinema. But I haven't seen Tekken. I did see Tekken. But yeah, I think the director said it was taken off his hands, basically re-edited, so it's not his fault. The new Super Mario Bros. Okay, I prefer Detective Pikachu. Yeah, I know nothing of Pokemon, but I did enjoy Detective Pikachu. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Pokemon because it's anime style animation. Double Dragon was so bad, I almost turned me off my listen. Almost. Because you have to watch was it Touch of the Vampire, whatever it's called that she's in. So now we're in the school. Just the usual film where people are on a mission and most of them get slaughtered, especially in a zombie film. Yes, there is supposed to be a new Silent Hill film here. Return to Silent Hill. I don't know if it's connected to the first film. Because I don't know if it's got Sean Bean in it, who's in both. Oh, Angry Birds. Angry Birds movie is about a must watch as the Emoji Movie. All right. Oh yeah, the girl. Yeah. Story's kicking in, get an action scene going. Even Mortal Kombat Annihilation I can watch, but I'm biased as I grew up with Mortal Kombat 2. Have I done a watch by that? I did a watch by the first one. I don't know if with Jim. I don't know if we did a second one. Might have been so bad I forgot about it. But yes, this is kiddie zombies in this one. Take out, I think, yeah, they take out the reporter now. So as usual, it's someone's got their back to you and they're chewing on something. It's a good suggestion that they're not all right. And they all pile on her. Yeah, she's eating a hand and some. Yeah, this is a weird bit because they're all there. There's like 20 kid zombies. They all start biting her and drop her to the floor, and then all go on her and eat her out or whatever they're doing. But and then suddenly, the camera she was using is filming her. So we got where are we? They hear her screaming. Yeah, and within 10 seconds, I think it's supposed to be the same room. There's trail of blood dragging, but all the kids are gone. That's the last you see of them. Yes, there you go. We have zombie kids that appear in the school here. Apparently, the zombie kid appear in this one, and I think it's Afterlife. And then, yeah, so you can't help her. So somehow, yeah, they don't bother her because she's immune of something. So she's been hiding all day. She fights a total car wreck, but I just got out myself from watching it. Exactly. From the writer, from the writer of Die Hard and poor bastard. It's been a hell of a film to work on. Because my Batman Forever video is almost done. So time consuming doing audio for these things, but there was a lot of problems with that. Val Kilmer, who was going through a divorce, and then he was not good on set. Schumacher having a lot of trouble with him. Tommy Lee Jones not liking. Val Kilmer didn't even know who Jim Carrey was at that time. Even though Jim Carrey done what? Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and something else. 3 big films. But yeah, Val Kilmer had no idea who he was, and Tommy Lee Jones hating Jim Carrey's buffoonery. And Nicole Kidman was only there to kiss Batman. But yeah. Zombie news. That's it. Have you seen the Scouse? Have you ever seen a Scouse zombie? Fuck me. It's hard to tell with all the makeup the women wear, but yes. But Jim Carrey didn't really know that until the story says he went out to dinner. Tommy Lee Jones went white as a sheet when he saw him, and then whispered to him, "I hate you. I really don't like you." So that put a dampener on it, didn't it? Oh, here we go. So the dogs are here. So this guy's dead. So the dogs are all covered in slime and makeup. And they had to stop the dogs licking the slime and makeup off themselves, just like they did in the first film. I think. I don't remember if it's the first film. Some of them are CGI. What do we do now? I think Sienna should have a shower. She's looking dirty. But yeah, she sees a meat cleaver about half across the room. Wait here, eyes. Not sure what she's going to do with a meat cleaver, but I guess if it's the only weapon. And then, of course, a zombie's been hiding in the cupboard. Oh yeah, there. So yeah, we get a turn all the gas on. Yeah, it's not the best idea because so we get the gases on. The dog's still just jumping past them, and then she smacks one with a giant saucepan. Runs away. Not sure there's that much gas in the room at the moment, so yes. Opens a bag of matches. And the match goes out. But so they've got nothing to do. But who's flicking a cigarette? So yeah, she flicks the cigarette. Waits for the dogs to break the glass and just happens to time it correctly. And then grabs the kid with a fireproof sheet. Amazing stuff, you see. Yes. I think he does still hate it. Because when you see the interviews on the video, Tommy Lee Jones does not want to be there doing interviews or anything. He only did the film because his son wanted him in a Batman film. But yeah, he is very deadpan serious in the interviews. William Friedkin said Tommy Jones was the best actor he worked with, just a consummate pro. I think that's right. He's just he'd just come off The Client with Joel Schumacher, which is a serious lawyer film, but good. People said he's just doing an impression of Jack Nicholson's Joker because Two-Face. If he'd have been a serious Two-Face, he would have been perfect. But yeah, when he's this purple clown Two-Face, it doesn't really work. Having Tommy Lee Jones there doing both him and Carrie doing comedy shtick. He also said he didn't give a flying fuck rolling his donut. He also said he didn't give a flying fuck, though, a rolling donut, what Pacino had to say about cruising. Yes, cruising. Not going to be a watch party either. I love freaking story about Tommy Jones compared to Benedetto del Toro. What were they? Was it called Hunted? And it was like a Rambo copy. Would you rather fix Mila's computer or Angelina Jolie's computer? Angelina Jolie. Fix her buzzer. No, I think Jim Carrey was oblivious until he saw him in that restaurant. Because Jim Carrey was just being Jim Carrey. He did admit he might have been a bit over the top. Ooh, a video game I would create. Of course, I did try it back in the BBC days. And my Commodore VIC-20 had some programming in it, but it was one of those copy all this code, hundreds of lines of text from a fucking magazine and see if it works. But yeah. Gaming and creating games is not for me. Right. When were you bitten? 3 hours ago. What the? He's never noticed how this guy's got a big bite patch and is very ill looking, sweating, and he's gone grey. You never assumed he's been bitten. So I think Extinction's next. So that was 2007. So what's that? 3 years after this. Russell McKay of Highlander fame, Highlander 1 and 2 fame, directs that one. And it's got 6.2. So we'll see that next Wednesday. So yeah, that's got the lovely Ali Larter in. So don't know what that's. It says where they pick up better second ladies for these films, but this one's got 6.1 out of 10, which is quite high for IMDb. But let's have a look at this. The contact details for Alexander Witt. I suggest you make haste. So yeah, somehow he's got these CCTVs access. Oh, I think I looked up Alexander Witt. I don't think he's got any contact details. Yeah, just talent agent, which you don't want to mess with. Oh, hang on. Angelina's all day, fix her buzzer. No. The Hunted is very run-of-the-mill, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's such a thing. It's all right. Have a good fight in it, but you know. Hang on, I watched Highlander for the first time last night. Michael Myers. I bet Ian's seen it. Favorite Jeff's 101 Bronson. Yes, Jeff is going to be doing a lot of Arnie on my Terminator video. He's doing the script as Arnie. It does his voice in doing it. Mila has resting. I'm busy and working out face. Oh, it's Christopher Walken. You can go with this. You can go with that. Resident Evil extension is when it becomes Mad Max Start. Yes, so we've gone from the city being destroyed and containing the virus, and then to get it right. Extinction, where the whole world, the virus has turned the whole world into a desert in a couple of years. I've never heard of Nate Hayes, Tommy Lee Jones' pirate movie. I know, Highlander, I quite liked. I'm still confused how the hell Sean is in the sequel. Oh, well. You are in luck because you've got Highlander 2, which I won't spoil. Highlander 3, which has Christopher Lambert in. And but that ignores Highlander 2. Then you've got Highlander, I can't remember. Endgame, which has Connor in it as Gen, but it concentrates more on the. I can't remember this fucking franchise now. There was a TV series with Connor's cousin in, so there you go. But there's lots to learn about Highlander. There was a cartoon as well on the BBC. Right, so I think that's the director. Yeah, the sniper on the roof. You probably missed it. I think that's the director. Clancy Brown was fucking terrifying. Yes, I don't think he ever got paid for that. And yeah, I thought, well, he paid a couple of grand for that part, and then he had to pay for his own ticket for the premiere. And I think he took his mum. But yeah, there's a lot of stories on. He's told of this. So yeah, they got the running down the building. So they had a real stunt woman running down the building, and then Mila does the last few hundred feet. Well, 20 feet, I think it was. Don't bother with the second. Yeah, you have to watch the second film if you've. It's got Candyman. What's her name? Virginia Madsen. He always has a blonde woman in his films. I think it's Unger in the third film. Yeah, we got a little bit. Yeah, this. We got the choppy editing for this fight, so you just about tell what's going on. I love to get into it. Hey, Byron, I always like these films. See, the fourth one has fantastic 3D. I have to use PSVR to see that these days. Highlander 2, oh dear, love the first one. Though. Yes, the first one is so amazing. And then they keep saying they're going to remake it. And then, what's his name? Superman, Man of Steel Man. It's supposed to be doing it with John Wick director. But yes, they keep promising that. Yes. Mulcahy did great because he was sacked off Rambo 3. I've actually watched Highlander 2 and 3. Oh, there you go, years ago, but never watched the first one. I watched everything else about Face. Well, going backwards does help with the franchise. Some franchises get to the best one last. Flashbacks. Nemesis is so she sees the screen on the plane, on the helicopter, and it's supposed to be so all the others, the flashback is extra footage without the original actor. Yes, I've read he never got even residuals. Yes, luckily he had a hell of a career, and he was in the Penguin last year, and Dexter last year. Was it the year before? TV show, but yeah. He's always great, isn't he? Pitfall movie. I loved playing Pitfall on the guitar. I don't know if I know Pitfall. Fat chance of getting Tommy Lee Jones in there. I'd have to do a surprise. Thank you for being on the channel, Jim Carrey. And here's Tommy Lee Jones with something to tell you. Then after Extinction of the Desert settings, he's soon gone, yes, and it's back to being city landscapes and other films. Yes, the films do not follow on from each other because this one ends similar to Aliens versus Predator, where there's a plane, the helicopter crashes that they leave town on before the nuclear explosion, and then they get picked up by military or the company. But yeah, and it never says, because I think this original Alice is dead in this after the end of this one, and then it's a clone or 100 clones in the films, and then one film ends on the White House, like it's, and the next film doesn't even remember that, and then another one ends on a tanker secret base, and it's all forgotten about in the opening titles where they show a big fight. I can't remember. That's why we're doing this series. Anyway, remember enjoying Highlander 2, but everyone seems to hate it. Can't remember much about it. I saw Highlander 2 in the cinema. I was the big fan of Highlander. Never saw the first one at the cinema, but rented it or bought it. Probably rented it. I love the poster as well. It's an amazing poster. But Highlander 2 I saw in the cinema. I was very excited because Christopher Lambert was on Wogan saying the reason it's taken 4 years to make the sequel is because they were waiting for the right script. And then, turns out somehow all the Highlanders were aliens from a different planet that were sent back to Earth as prisoners, but they had their memories wiped. But Yeah, it was a paycheck film. And then, yeah, Connery gets brought back. Gets brought back with the quickening just to be killed off again. I think Connery worked for, I think it was about 2 weeks on both films, Highlander 1 and 2. And then, yeah, of course, yeah, they went to film in Mexico, but then, I think, well, or South America, and then the government changed, or the interest rates went up 100% or something, and then turned out it was costing a lot more to film now. You think he's too funny? You think he's too serious? Can we meet in the middle? There you go. Is this the extended cut? It's not much different. Like, oh, I didn't know about that. The VHS, is the theatrical cut. I don't think we had. I don't think my DVD is an extended cut. It doesn't say anything about which cuts are on here. Yeah, it doesn't say. Just a bonus disc for the first film on that one. I haven't seen, I think, unless it came out on a different format. More chance of getting Pammy's ex Tommy on, but I don't think I'd want to chat with him. Not after the video I've seen now. Oh, so yeah, she was just about to lose when the bad guy hands her a baton. But somehow this weak woman is supposed to be the same strength as the nemesis. This hulking beast. And then she can kick him backwards onto a spike. And then apologize. Because she's having more flashbacks. Yeah, she can see she's hitting. Like other films, you can see people hitting people. You think there's some power there. But yeah, she's going about as much as I can. Where is it? Yeah, some more flashbacks that we've seen already at the beginning of the film. How he's turned into Nemesis. For even though they barely knew each other in the first film, I can't remember how much of a relationship they had. They were pretending to be man and wife, but they were just spies. But now she's getting all upset. Oh, loads of roads closed here for the Chinese New Year. Oh, is that in Scousland? Is it like a week-long celebration, though? Having them as aliens makes the not fighting on holy ground make no sense. Exactly. Everything in the sequel undoes everything in the first film. It's a kind of magic. Lots of different places. Even the desert where they always certain characters. Yes, they couldn't, because they were making these films every 2-3 years, and then actors were busy. So yeah, they got cut, replaced, recast. Because damn, who's it? They had. We'll see him later on. The guy that plays the main, because the main guy that plays Leon in the future films. When's he appear? Everyone had high hopes. Wentworth Miller playing Chris Redfield. And that was it. Sienna's back. There she is. But yeah. There is not much. I don't think I'll be having much recommendations. She's back and she's bringing a few of her friends. Right. What's the film doing? Oh, it's ahead of me again. Jill Valentine not being in the last one was disappointing. Yes. She is, she's the best character for me in all of them, but what they do with it, because, yeah, they bring all the characters that they could from the franchise back for the last one, don't they? But they're still missing some. The extended cut is on the 4K and general Blu-ray. It's not much different, but how those? Is it just deleted scenes back in? Because I don't know why the SARS, the bad guys are wearing motorbike helmets, because they didn't turn up on motorbikes. and they've got black visors at night, so they're not much use. When she gets the magic powers on the third one, it's wacky, but I do love it. Her being very good looking helps, yes. You can forgive a lot with attractive ladies. There's a reason she was a model. Right. So yeah, they're killing all these poor henchmen. And then Nemesis is doing very little to help. Hey, it's Austin. None of these movies were good, but they're fun to watch. The general consensus is, well, the first half is the general consensus. I think they're a good time. But I'm biased to this one. Hey, Sean. As a fan of Resident Evil since the 90s, I hate these films except for Mila Jovovich, who's nice, of course. But she's a very lovely lady. I'm sure she is. But yeah, we get the usual. She can outrun a fucking machine gun from a helicopter or a minigun. I say, oh, it's a naked police squad joke. But I'm the only one that laughs at it. It's alternate shots, mostly strange ones that, like Jill smoking more thing. Oh yeah, so she drops the gun, watches it fall. They put their gun down, and then she jumps down, and grabs it, and shoots them. When they could have easily blasted up. The final chapter is the worst editing wise. Such a choppy movie. I think that's what I remember. I've only seen it the last three once, and I remember them being all over the place. Oh, the sound mix it's too loud. It's at the explosions and the shootings. Because which is the one in the tower block? Is that Afterlife? Nope, Nemesis is blows up the helicopter and it takes him out. I think, is this where? Oh, there's the missile. So somehow the missile's here, but it's taking its time to get across town. I would say the third one's the best one since it's got a good director with Marcel McCulley. How dare you, sir? So it is, is Nemesis dead? I remember Police Squad, Ring of Fear was the great boxing movie, yes. Because it says a mighty punch or something on screen, but then it goes, tonight's film, and tonight's episode, Ring of Fear. Police Squad in color. Tonight's forecaster, freezes coming. Don't think I have done Batman and Robin, haven't I? As a watch boy. Stay cool, bird boy. Yeah, Artie is the best thing about that film. You are not sending me to the cooler. Yeah, where's Jeff? Unfortunately. She drops a wrench in the final chapter and it's stupid loud both in the cinema and home cinema. I've got a decent system, but nothing crazy, and it's like the house is falling down. Oh yeah, so the bad guy gets crippled by a drop, and then yes, Jared Harris is a zombie now, because there's another. Every zombie film is different. It's like 1 minute it takes like a zombie bite or someone being killed. It takes a day, 24 hours for someone to turn into a zombie, or if they need it quick, it takes 10 minutes like this one. It's not even 10 minutes, I don't think. Well, yeah, so he shoots a load of zombies and doesn't have enough for himself. And then Jared Harris rips his throat out. There's some minor gore in this film. Probably, the F words are probably more why it's at 15 now. Part 3 was basically the Road Warrior, that it was. The zombie crows. Batman and Robin's better than this. Although I'm more a Sienna fan than I am a Uma fan. Yes, steady on now. Afterlife was shot like a video game ad. Exactly what it should be then. Except these video games are a bit slower. Here comes the zombies, and I think they got the missile right, because isn't it nuclear missiles blow up in the off the ground. They don't hit the ground. And then they blow up the buildings. And the zombies. Hang on to something. It's not going to make a blind bit of difference when the helicopter's crashing. It's like this bit. It keeps focusing on this bit of metal in the wall several times. And then it drops, and then it flies at the kid. And Mila gets in its way and then gets skewered. And then they crash. Although her wardrobe wasn't very good in that. I didn't. Although I'm not a big Uma fan, especially Kill Bill. Sacrilege. Although Kill Bill 2 came out the same year as this film, didn't it? I think it was higher on the charts than this. No. Well, I'll never say never, but I don't think Mila's coming back to the franchise anytime soon. But let's have a look. We'll spoil the final chapter's watch party with the money. It's got a 5.5, so it wasn't well received. None of the franchises has been well received by critics. It cost, who's in it? Ian's in it. Ian Glenn, Ali Larter from Ruby Rose is in it. That's about it. The beginning of the end. Yeah, so that's the one with the motorcycle crash that the poor stunt woman was killed in. But, so it's not got good reviews. It came out in January of 2017. It had a $40 million budget, which sounds like a pittance now, but it grossed $300 million worldwide, at least 312. So there was. Oh, yeah. 8 years ago. But yeah, never say never. The Axeman, yes, he's good. I always confuse him with the pyramid-shaped guy from Silent Hill. But yeah, the worst atomic disasters since Chernobyl. And of course, Jared Harris is in the Chernobyl TV show. Don't know Mega Race. Axeman monster is from Resident Evil 5. Is that the Resident Evil 5 game? But yeah, he's in the 7th film. They making a new film. It's all new and actually game accurate. These are done. That's what I believe too. So we get a nude Mila here, but mostly just nips. Uma has great tits and Jennifer Ape. That I will agree with. Although she's Baron Munchausen as well. She's naked as well. Well, mostly she's covering herself a little bit. Dr. Barbarian. Yes, I think someone said that earlier. Yeah, it makes sense just to do it. You could just do a real life playthrough of the first game and it would be good. But yeah, she's got to be definitely something. I think definitely a clone because there's no damage to her. Right, so yeah, there's a big nips. Ruby Rose is the worst part of that. Yes, she was all right in John Wick 2. I'll give her that. Or was it 3, where she's the mute assassin? She was pointless as Batwoman. And didn't have much to do in the Meg either. Oh, thumbs up for Bob. Final chapter has some Illuminati type stuff at the end with Umbrella's ultimate plan being revealed. Might be the interesting thing about its story. There's a story for that one. Why does it feel like it's still 2019? It does. Well, it feels like 1990 to me. But Nude Mela are not complaining. So apparently she showed one nip in the first film. So she shows 2 in this one. As they go on, the nudity vanishes, but her husband is the director. So I bet that's why, yes. But yes, I think it was in the commentary the director said, Paul S. Emerson said that, yeah, talking about her, she showed one nipple in the first one. So somehow she's, yeah, because she must be a clerk because she doesn't know how to speak or write. And then they flick a switch and she does. It seems that Mila turns into Gary with my powers. That is true. Oh, there you go. Exploitation reviews. Now, Rob's here. Favorite Resident Evil game. Now, I'm no good at 1. I played 2 and 3 over Christmas. It's 4. I played 4 is the only one I've played properly and completed twice. I do have 4. But yeah, I tried 7, I think, which is the one in New Orleans. And didn't get very far because it wasn't fun. And the same with, might have been 8, I can't remember. It might be 6. And then I got bored of playing it because it was just like cutscene for 5 minutes. Quick, press A. More cutscenes. Press B. He's coming at you. Press A. Hey, Ramon's here. Everyone's turned up in the last 5 minutes. Dangerous Liaisons. That was a good film at the time, but nobody speaks of it now, yes. Plenty of Oscar winners at the time. That aren't even people that I've never even heard of. As I say, something like Out of Africa or Kramer versus Kramer, Ordinary People. Massive films on Golden Pond of the early 90s, early 80s. Best thing she's in is John Wick 2. There you go. You gotta watch all 6. Yes, Ramon. Every Wednesday at this time. Maybe, unless something better comes along. But Sienna's people, she's not doing interviews because she's got nothing to promote at the moment, but maybe some point this year we'll see her. But yes, this is it. So she can kill a security guard remotely with her mind and be happy about it. But then she's been let out on purpose. I'm surprised he wouldn't want to show her off more. I think she's had kids since, hasn't she? I'm surprised it's the second thing coming, exactly. I'd like a light-hearted back-to-school element to this movie. Oh, so this is another bit that makes sense. So they crashed a helicopter. They've been on the run. Now the 3 mates have turned up to collect her as special agents for the Umbrella Corporation. And somehow they're undercover, or I can't even remember if you know about it in the third film. But like we said, this just goes into bloody Mad Max Apocalypse in Vegas. So in 3 years, Vegas has been taken over by sandstorms. Is he doing House of the Dead now? He should be looking for that Event Horizon footage. Was that him? What's he doing? Oh yeah, Shopping in 1994. He did. That's his big break. Oh, he wrote Monster Hunter, which is his last film of 2020. So yeah, House of the Dead. Yeah, it's in pre-production as writer. He wrote story for Death Race 4, 3, 2, and wrote the screenplay for Death Race, the first film. Same with Aliens, but he's 3 franchises. So yeah, he did Shopping, The Site, which was a TV movie, then straight to Resident Evil. Yeah, Shopping was 94. He wrote, director. He did do Monster Hunter with Mila, Pompeii, 3 Musketeers, Soldier, of course, Event Horizon, Mortal Kombat. And he was born in Newcastle and has 3 children with Mila, who he married. When was this set? 5 years after this film. So yeah, sick and tired of having to explain the significance of raining frogs in Magnolia, he added the initials WS to avoid being confused with Paul Thomas Anderson. Right, we're done. The audio commentary for the first film, Mila clearly had a drink. At the end, she shouts, "Twatch!" Not pointing out, you can see it. But yeah, it's over. There's not much in the credits, but we'll let them roll. Wednesday is Resident Evil Day. Same time, same bat channel. Thank you, Ian. Here's the last ever time we see the girl Angie. There you go. I don't know if it's actor commitment or because the kid's going to grow up in the 10 years of these films, isn't she? Mila wakes Paul W.S. every day. Change to a typewriter. She wants new roles. Write them now, she yells. Yes, probably true. They do work together a lot. Sounds like misery. Didn't House of the Dead get already a crapper movie? Yes, with Uwe Boll. Bless him. Yeah, people said this is a terrible, one of the worst ever movies. Obviously, I've never seen that. Yeah, I remember. I don't think I ever saw Shot because all it was about Ram Raiders, wasn't it? Kid Ram Raiders, and I know it's got Sean Pertwee or is it Sean Bean or someone in it as well. Although there is it's not a cutscene, but there's a bit of a joke in a minute. House of the Dead. I mean, I love the game, but the plot is just a bloke called Curran who makes zombie. Yeah, you all made a film of it. Never seen it. I think I've seen it once, maybe twice, but I do love the game. So here we go. This is a product of the Umbrella Corporation. Oh, we've missed it. Or I've missed it. You've probably seen it. Our business is life itself. So yeah, a little. He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car. Second unit director, Spiro Ratsanos. And Paul Schooner. I like the end credits song here. Hang on. Let's have a look. I seem to remember it. Let's rock. Zombie Dad was Tom Gerhardt. Undead Stripper was Venice Grant, and Undead Stripper number 2 was Anna Donala. They're great tits. Flashbacks from Resident Evil was Matt Anderson. So yeah, there's no one in the stunt performers I noticed. I recognized. It's a shouty rock song. Right, let's wrap this up. People have got better things to do. Ultraviolet, that's worth to watch. There's an extended cut that makes more sense, but it's hard to get. I got it on Black Japanese Blu-ray. That one, because yeah, Equilibrium is a very good film. Don't tread on my dreams, but yes, Ultraviolet was out there somewhere. The end credits songs for all these films are good. I can't remember. Is it the Slipknot song? We had a look earlier. It was an odd year. The Jenny Operator, second Jenny Operators, Balloon Tech. There was some weird credits in there. I can't remember what they were. The Mold Department, but yeah. Everyone. It used to be like you watch a 70s film, I guess, yeah, and then oh, that's it. It's finished. No credits because they were all at the beginning. I can't remember which film it was because it started having credits at the end. But yeah, you're supposed to have, because all films used to have massive credits at the beginning and nothing at the end. Then they started both, and then they got rid of some films. Get rid of like Lethal Weapon 2 doesn't have any opening credits. That might be one of the, because I think they're legally required to have credits at both ends. But key hair, key makeup, pyrotechnicians. Never had the pleasure of watching an Uwe Boll film. Who was it that interviewed him? Someone. Personal trainer to Miss Djokovic. Helicopter painter mold. Catering by David's Capers on Locations. Honey Wagon, there it is. Jennifer McCall. What the fuck is a Honey Wagon? And how do I get one? But yeah, I think I only watched his early stuff. I think House of the Dead. Oh, he did Alone in the Dark. Isn't that with Christian Slater? That's another computer game movie. You didn't like shopping, right? I'd love to go to charity shops. Oh yes, charity shops are the best. So, especially when you find a real bargain. So yes, the London Philharmonic Orchestra did the music for this film. So there's a bit of both in there. The weird thing about this House of the Dead movie is they put in footage of the game. Yes, whenever the action kicks off, they just put footage of the game in. That's it. The Jude Wardlaw version. That's him. Like host and comrades. A terrific set of hours ahead. Yes. Thank you, Stacey. See you next time. So tomorrow night it's Bill and Ted's album soundtrack. Bit of rock. Joan of Arc is pretty good. There's a hard scene at the start where that's why it's up to an 18. 2004 was before PS3, Blu-ray, HD flat screens, and no YouTube. Hard to believe such days existed. We've got 3D animation, lighting, and rendering. Yeah, a lot of different effects companies at the moment. You can still rent tapes back and forth. Well, yes, this is a tape from 2005 we're watching. I don't know if it's anything at the end or just a Capcom announcement. Food trucks, basically. Anyway, this is okay. There's Agent Anzalotti. This week's watches for me: Phone Booth, Big Trouble in Little China, Falling Down. Well, they're 3 good ones. I haven't seen Phone Booth in a while, but I remember it being good. That's a Schumacher film, wasn't it? Was it a Schumacher film? With Keith Sutherland and that Irish fella. I thought Honey Wagon was like a shagging wagon. Exactly, that's what I thought. The soundtrack is on Roadrunner Records, and read the novel, available from Pocket Books. The oboe player was like, what the fuck is this? He probably was, yes, but I'm getting paid, so. 2 heads are better than 1. Yes, that's a good song. That's one of the, I think it's 10 songs. Good night, Bob. Thanks for joining us. The Messenger killed any chance of... Oh, yes. Taken seriously, that it did. Hey, Slipknot fan. There you go, Slipknot. Fan is enjoying the last Slipknot fan. Song. It's getting late. Right, let's start this up. In the States, they call movie set food trucks the Honey Wagon. It's also some surprise. There you go. Never been in the credits before, I don't think. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's film. I'll ring up here. I'm sure Gareth will rent some of his collection out. Nicely. No. Oh, yes. I did see that in her list, the 4th kind, but was that the... I always thought it was about aliens. Have a quick look. There's a long list of films she's done that I've never seen. So The Rookies, Paradise Hills. Clint Howard reboots Pippi Longstocking. That's a short. She played Pippi. I'm curious to see what Dirty Girl is, where she plays Sue Ann. There you go. So she plays herself in 4th kind. A thriller involving ongoing unsolved mystery in Alaska, where one town has seen an extraordinary number of unexplained disappearances during the past 40 years. So she's... I thought it was Las Cotas. Yeah, it's... I thought it was an alien abduction thing. I've never liked Fifth Element, just couldn't get into it. Each time I watch it, I get less into it. I enjoyed it when it first came out. But there we go. I haven't seen it for a while, but the special effects are pretty good, though. Mila was okay in Hellboy 2 2019, even though the movie sucked. Well, I will tell who what was the director name? I didn't talk to him about that when I interviewed him on purpose, because it's probably a sore point. I haven't got my videos here to look at it. Yes, night all, take it easy. Thank you, Macamars, as usual. I had fun with you all. Fearful it was. Thank you, Ian. See you next time, hopefully. All kind, wonderful, kind of crap. Please watch it. There you go. A review from Byron. Have a great evening, Josh, and to you. The end of... Oh, thank you. The end of... Well, that was the beginning of the video as well. But yeah, I can't have enough Baywatch babes, can you? I think that video is doing quite well. But I think people are only watching the first 3 minutes. And then they see me and get disappointed. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Getting good views at the moment. So thanks, Sally. See you next time. Thank you. It's presented as real. It scared me the cinema by watching Blue Falcon Idiot. Yes, it's one of those found footage films, isn't it? Neil Marshall. Thank you, Austin. That's him. But yeah, I think that might be a sore point for him, especially when they made another one, was it last year? All right. Take care, lads and lasses, and I'll see you, or some of you, for excellent tomorrow night. We'll see what we can do with that mess, or how I can fuck it up. All right. I nearly left the studio and left you on your own, but I'll say good night and